Princeton Junior Spring, a haiku. Made orange, 2 lights, documentary, time for me, bananagrams. This semester was what I needed. I took 2 rigorous, in quotes, courses that kept my parents happy and 2 visual arts courses just for me. I had time to attend every office hours for my math econ class and time to nap on my 60-inch shark plush. But this video starts with... I had vastly different experiences and personas between my 2 Viz classes. In documentary, I was chatty, inquisitive, and very hands-on when learning to operate the fancy cameras and in homework discussions. It was a class of firsts. Sculpture, on the other hand, I was really shy and would sit half a room away from the rest of the group. I also started sculpture super inside the box. For my first project, Abstract an Object, I just made my soap rock a bigger soap rock. I didn't use any of the fancy tools that we got trained on and could lose fingers on, but stuck with materials, plaster, wire, lights, and oranges. Over the course of the semester, although my materials didn't really change, my sculptures would get more natural in form, as other people would comment, and I began to exponentially increase my time in the mold making room. Snowing. Yay. It's the first snow of the year, actually. I just came from trying to do my homework, and I'm now going to sit in my dorm.
My, oh my. My, oh my. A kiss, and so I did.
Hello. It's been a rough week due to extracurricular conflict, and I'm slowly recovering. Today I'm going to get matcha and treat myself and study for midterms and be a little happier, I suppose. I also clean my desk, so it brings me joy. Okay, I'm off to get lunch and a meal exchange with someone. I began my orange project right before spring break as a response to the food sculpture assignment.
You know what orange is? Do you want one? No.
I wanted something that would take little to no time, and this was it. I had friends and I accumulate 15 oranges, and I was gonna peel them all and make one giant orange. And as stupid as that sounded, it was a hit. Unfortunately, when I was trying to peel 15 oranges, the orange citrus juice would get under my fingernails, and I had to stop after the 9th orange because it hurt too badly to peel more oranges. After a very surprisingly positive last crit, I headed off to Boston for spring break. After spring break, documentary switched from filming to editing. The flowers bloomed, and then the petals fell, and Princeton allergies are so weird. It doesn't hit when the flowers bloom or fall. It hits one random day after, and then it's super intense and terrible and runny nose and itchy eyes for like weeks after. This spring was spontaneous. I last minute decided that I wanted to do another dance performance. I did it. I was stage manager for a dance performance, which is really interesting. Basically, you like check off the dancers' names and make sure they're ready to like go on stage. I watched almost every dance thesis performance by seniors. I watched basically every dance show, and I even threw around a frisbee twice. The worst day of the semester for me was when I was working on my third sculpture, which was this lamp, this plaster wavy lamp that I was obsessed with making. And I made it like really large and really complicated. And in order to make the final project actually look like it was finished, I had to plaster literally every fucking corner that was like impossible to reach because I didn't do much planning ahead of time. And it was during like my dance hall week, so I was super sore every day from bending up and down. It was so stressful, but I am very proud of that lamp. So proud that I arranged with an art certificate student to literally store it in the 4th floor of the Viz building so I can pick it up next year and put it in my new room. Hi vlog, today is Tuesday and it's the last class for documentary filmmaking, and this class was definitely my favorite of the whole year, so it will be really sad when it's over and my professor is retiring. And she's an amazing professor and I love watching her films. For the last week, the assignment was to watch one of her films called Gut Renovation, and it was so good, and it made me watch 2 more of her films. And it's funny that the professor that I find the most connection to and the most openness to is nowhere near the CS department. It's in the Viz department, and it's in documentary filmmaking, which is something that I never really expected I would like. But yeah, this class has definitely been one of my favorites. I'm gonna miss it a lot.
Ta-da!
Hello vlog. There's like 1 week left of classes, or that might be this week. I think it's next week. And then that's when a ton of stuff is due, and then the week after is reading period where the rest of the stuff is due, and then I have one final, then my junior year is over. That's kind of crazy. This shark, best purchase of the whole semester. So good.
Oye, vamos a tirar una cumbia ton carajo. Vale.
The last 2 things that I did my junior year was make my sculpture final project and play bananagrams. My sculpture final project didn't really turn out the way I wanted it to, but it turned out fine. I knew I wanted to do some sort of like hanging light plastic thing, but the only plastics available were like the primary colors, and that was not my vibe, but I was too lazy and only gave myself a week to do it. And I manually used a small wooden dowel to poke holes into every sheet of plastic and then attach them via wire to the other piece of wire. And it was very painstaking and a labor of love, but I'm glad it's done. And here it is hanging. Fun fact, they installed these hooks like right before the final project, so my sculpture was the first thing ever to hang from those hooks. Another fun fact, my sculpture is only up for like less than 8 hours because it was a put up for the crit and take down before the next Monday class because they'd have to set up. So yeah, very short-lived sculpture. Finally, as per Swivel's tradition of the last 2 years, a room tour of the room that I lived in this year.
Come in!
This is our entryway. And then here's our bathroom. We're lucky to have a shower. Then here's our main common area.
Oh, hi.
Can you see the shark?
You can see its fin. We have a fake fireplace. That's where Jessica works. That's where I work. That's where Reha works. This is the room I sleep in. And this is where I sleep. Okay, bye.